Okay, so this is Unit 2 of the RoutLedge Hebrew program. So up here we have Shi'or, lesson number 2, Shi'or 2, lesson number 2. And we are going to look at our vocabulary here. We got some new vocabulary to look at, and we should be able to hear it as follows.
מילים חדשות. גברת. בוקר טוב.
Let me see if I can get this to show up properly.
הכל בסדר. אדון. אבא. אמא. מצוין.
Okay, let's try that one more time.
מילים חדשות.
Milim hadashot, new word.
גברת. בוקר טוב.
Boker tov.
הכל בסדר.
Hakol beseder.
אדון.
Adon.
אבא.
Abba.
אמא.
Ima.
מצוין.
Metsuyan. Okay, so those are the vocabulary words we have. Geveret for Mrs. Let's try.
מילים חדשות. גברת.
Geveret.
בוקר טוב.
Boker tov.
הכל בסדר.
Hakol beseder.
אדון.
Adon.
אבא.
Abba.
אמא.
Ima.
מצוין.
Metsuyan. It means excellent. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's and also this time I've got the so I don't get spend time or waste time rather. I've got the exercises on this one too. So let's take a look at this one here. We have Einit. This would be the name of a student probably. Va, and so this would be like and. Geveret, and we know that Geveret is right here. It's Mrs. Zahavi. Zahavi. Mrs. Zahavi. Okay, so Einat and Mrs. Zahavi. So basically it's a conversation between the two. So Einat is saying, Boker Tov, good morning, Geveret Zahavi, Mrs. Zahavi. So this might be a school situation. Ma Shlomcha, or actually in this case, I think it might be Ma Shlomech. How are you? Because he's saying Mrs. here. Ma Shlomech. And so he's saying, how are you to Mrs. Zahavi? And Geveret Zahavi, Mrs. Zahavi says, Tov, Tov, good, good. Hakol beseder. Okay, so Hakol beseder, we see here, everything is all right. Hakol beseder. Okay, and then Einat says, Vama shalom adon Zahavi. Okay, and how is the peace of Mr. Zahavi? So the child Einat is asking his female teacher, well, how's your husband? How's your husband? You know, Adon from Mr. And so he's saying, how is he? V'ma shlom, and how is Mr. Zahavi? All right, so let's look here. Geveret Zahavi, Mrs. Zahavi says, Shlomo, his peace, Tov, is good. His peace is good. So and colloquial, it might be, oh, he's good. Ma Shlomka Einat. Okay, so in this case, I'm assuming Einat is a male child. She's asking, how is your peace? Ma Shlomka Einat. And Ma Shalom Abba Va'ima. And how is, and what is the peace of your father and mother? In other words, how's your father and mother doing, essentially, is what Geveret Zahavi is saying to Einat. Einat says, Mitsuyan, Mitsuyan, meaning excellent. Okay, Mitsuyan. Lahitraot, he says Lahitraot, see you later. Geveret Zahavi, see you later, Mrs. Zahavi. Okay, and Geveret Zahavi says, Mrs. Zahavi says, Lahitraot, see you later, Einet. Okay, so Lahitraot, Einet, see you later. Shalom, shalom, goodbye, which is in a colloquial sense is like goodbye. All right, that one wasn't too hard, I don't think. Let's see here. We have Targil, which is like an exercise. Let's see here. This one might be a little tougher. See, Bahar, Teshuva, Hanikuna. Okay, so we might need reversal context for this. I know Targil means exercise, but let's take a look at this other one. So this is looks like a het. So this is like select. In other words, they want you to select something. What do they want you to select? But teshuva, let's see. Okay, so they want you to select an answer. They want you to select an answer. And this is Hanikuna. Sometimes I can get it to come up with my voice on this reversal context, but sometimes I have to type it in. Okay, so what this is saying is select the correct answer. So Bahar, select the correct answer. All right, now, Kara it looks like Hadi Elogim. Let's see. Okay, or read. Okay, read. Yep, there we go. Read. Okay, read what? Hadog dog. Might be the sentences, maybe we'll see. There we go. Okay, so it's the dialogue.
הדיאלוגים. הדיאלוגים.
Hadiologim. Oh, like it's a transliteration of dialogue. Read the dialogue. Okay, let's see here. So, okay, so read the dialogue. All right, so number one, we've got Dan is saying, Ma Shlom, looks like Shlomech. Or could be Shlomka. I guess it depends on whether this is a boy or a girl. In other words, it looks like it might be Roon or Roan. I think it's Roan, probably. R-O-A-N, like in English. And this is clearly Dan. Okay. And so Dan is saying to Roan, I'm assuming it's a male, Ma Shlomcha, how are you? And Roan is going to say something here. He could say, Hakol Beseder, could say that. He could say Mitzuyan. He could say excellent. So either one of those, but let's see what, let's see here. It doesn't give us a, okay, I guess we just choose one of these here. So it looks like this one would work. Tov. Don says Tov. Let's take a look at that and see. We can get the let's see here. Here it is right here. Yeah, that's correct. Tov. That's what we're looking for. All right. So now let's look at number 2. Yael. Okay, so Yael is saying something, and Raquel says, Shmi Rachel. My name is Raquel. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what fits with this. So this is what we need to find right here. And it's going to be one of these down here. But we know that Raquel is saying, Shemi Rachel. My name is Rachel. So what precedes that? We'll have to figure that out. Okay, so first we have Ma Shemcha. What is your name? Well, it can't be this one, I don't think, because I'm almost certain that Raquel is a female. So that would only fit with a male, so that's no good. It doesn't quite make sense for Yael to say shalom, and then for Raquel to just kind of jump ahead a couple steps and say, Shemi Raquel, my name is Raquel, you know? I don't think that fits. But this one right here looks like it might be a good candidate. Ma Shemech, what is your name? So if we put Ma Shemech in there, okay, Ma Shemech, make sure that's got those in there to. So that would make sense, because what's your name? Yael says, what's your name? And Raquel says, Shemi Rachel. My name is Raquel. Okay. All right. I think that'll work. All right. So let's look at this one here. Looks like Tali. Maybe Tali is the name of this person. Tet Lamed Yod. Tali. Maybe Talia. But it wouldn't be Talia because there's no hey at the end. So it's just Talia maybe. Says we got to figure out what they're saying. And then we go down here to Anet and saying Tov Me'od. Okay, so the answer is very good, Tov Me'od. So what would be the preceding question then that would work with the answer Tov Me'od? So if it's Tali and looks like Annette. Well, let me see. The question, it really comes down to what's the gender of these people. Okay, so let's see what we can come up with here. We use a not. Well, let's do this. So this question would be, what is your name? That's not good. Shalom, that doesn't work. It's got to be this one. Ma shlomech. What is your peace? In other words, how are you? How are you? Ma shlomech. And then the answer is Tov Me'od from Annette. And so probably this is a female because it's using Shlomech. This is a female. And it's probably even Tali is a female too. So this is where this would go. This would go up here. Okay. Okay, Mashlomech. So this one right here is the one. And let's double check that. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, it's choosing that one. Okay. Ma shlomech. There it is. All right, so let's look at number 5 now. Get rid of our stuff here. Okay. Okay, so we're on number 5. Okay, so David says, Shmi David, my name is David. So now we have 2 speakers here. We've got David, and then we have, looks like Tova. Okay, so my name is David. And then he says, and, va, be like the connecting and. So let's see, what would fit in there if we know that the answer is a person named Tova, and they're saying Tova directly because they're being asked something about their name, which is, what is your name? So ma shemech, okay, I'm thinking that could be it. It's not, he's not gonna say, David is not gonna say, how is your peace, and then Tova answer her name. That doesn't make sense. Okay, and lahitra, oh, that doesn't make sense either, because how does, if David says, what, my name is David, and then he says, see you later, lahitra, oh, that doesn't make sense. So this is the one right here. Ma shemech. So David says, Shemi David, my name is David, and he is saying to Tova, he's asking the question, Ma, okay, Ma shemech, what is your name? And Tova then, she simply says Tova. She doesn't say something like, my name is Tova. She just answers simply Tova. Okay. All right, let's go down to, let's look at 6 now. We're kind of breezing through these pretty well. Okay, so Ron now. We got a guy named Ron. I'm pretty sure that's a male. Shalom Dan. He says, Shalom Dan. Now Dan is going to answer something. Okay, blank Tov. And so he could say, basically, hi, Dan. And Dan's going to answer, let's see, it's not going to be my name is good. It's not going to be my peace is good. I think it's going to be this one right here, Boker Tov, good morning. This is assuming that this is in the morning. And Ron maybe comes into the classroom, and a classmate, Dan, is there too. And Ron says to Dan, Shalom, Dan. How? In other words, hi, Dan. And Dan responds back with Boker Tov, good morning, essentially. Okay. Let's double check those real quick. Make sure we get those. Okay, so yeah, that looks right. We got the Boker Tov on number 6, number 5. And let's see, David there on number 5. Number 5 says David, Shemi David. My name is David. V'ma Shemech. And what is your name? And Tova says Tova. Okay, so we got that right. Let's see here. Tali says Ma Shlomech. How are you to a female? And Annette says Tov Me'od. Very good. Okay, so that's good. All right. Not too badly. Not too bad here. We did pretty good. All right, let's go down to, now we've got Baboker, looks like Erev. Okay, so what do we got going here? Okay, so Baboker is the morning, but Erev is in the evening, looks like. Okay, so you see the sun is up, Baboker, in the morning and Be'erev in the evening. Okay, so this is like a conversation here. Shalom, boker tov. Hi, good morning, basically. Let's see here. If you're meeting at night, you could say Shalom Erev Tov. You could, which is essentially like hi, good evening. In other words, if you are going into a meeting and you see someone and say Shalom Erev Tov, good evening. Now, so this is like the meeting, and then in the parting part, it would be like for morning. Down here it would be Shalom Yom Tov. Hi, good day, lahitraot, and see you later, and then whatever their name is. I'm assuming that's what goes in those little parentheses there. So if it was like say Dan, then it would, and Einet was saying to Dan, in other words, they're saying goodbye to Dan. Shalom, or could be, shalom can be hi or bye. So bye, good day, Yom Tov, see you later, Dan, possibly. Okay, now, this is like a parting phrase. Say Einet is saying to Dan again, but this is at night now. Lila Tov, good night, Shalom, and Lahitra, see you later. Okay, so I know what's going on here. See, I thought this was a continuity here. It's not. These are several different ways to part. You could say Shalom, which is bye, good day, bye, Lahitra, see you later, and I don't know what this would be, parentheses. Because it looks to me like these are all different ways to, maybe Erev, good night or something like that. All right, so let's take a look at, let's take a look at this a little more further. Okay, so Siomot, Shem, Hakif. Let's look this up real quick. We got a summik. It's sometimes slow going with vocabulary that's new. Okay, extensions or suffixes. Okay, that's what extensions or suffixes, probably suffixes here. Suffixes. Okay, and then that might be name, but we'll see. There. Okay. Okay, and then let's see. Face of feet. Okay, body. Okay, there of the body. So it's like hagolf, the body. Suffixes there, the body. Okay, so pronominal suffixes are affixed to the nouns Shem and Shalom to express possession. Shemi means my name, okay? Shemo means his name. Similarly, Shlomi means why my well-being. Shlomo means his well-being. Note that the word shalom may also form a compound with a noun rather than a suffix. So ma, shalom, Dan, how is Dan? Literally that says is like, what is the piece of Dan? What piece Dan? Versus ma shlomo, how is he? However, you cannot use both Dan and Shlomo in the same sentence, since the suffix, here's the which is basically a whole lamb at the end of the, basically this is what they're talking about right here. When they say, it's called a whole lamb, but it's an O sound, is a reference to Dan. So yeah, in other words, it's kind of like, if you were to say, yeah, it would be kind of like in English if you were to say, how is he, Dan? Instead of, if you're referring to, say, like your friend, and it's a male friend, you could, in English, it would be, how is he? How is he? You wouldn't say, how is he, and then follow up with his personal name. I mean, that doesn't make sense. That's kind of what's going on here. Okay, the charts below display these two nouns with the singular pronoun suffixes. To their left are usage examples of each form. Recite the charts until you know them by heart. For these pronoun suffixes are fundamental to Hebrew. Note that when the noun shalom is combined with another noun or suffix, it is pronounced shalom. Okay, so instead of the at the end, at the beginning, like shalom versus shalom, if there's like a, in other words, if there's another noun stuck to it, the sheen loses its a vowel. For example, ma shalom tal. Okay, so how are you, tal? So in other words, sometimes you might have some slight vowel sounds. And the problem with Hebrew is that a lot of it is memory, because you don't have, like in Israel, you don't see vowel pointing. It's just consonants thrown together, and you have to memorize not only how that word is supposed to sound in order to speak it proficiently, but you also have to look at the surrounding context of words, because some words are spelled exactly the same, but they don't mean the same because they got different vowels. For example, let me think of a quick English example. It would be like, you know, an English word that has consonants that are the same, but it's got different vowels. It means a completely different thing. Okay. In Hebrew, you don't have the advantage of vowels. Yeah, and so, in other words, vowel pointing is just for beginners. They get started. But once you begin to really start to study more, and with a goal perhaps to go to Israel someday and be able to converse, the vowel pointings are not there. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on here. Similarly, the word shame also loses its vowel when combined with a pronoun suffix. For example, instead of shamey, it's shemi. Instead of shema, it's shema. So it's just a slight variation in vowel when it's connected to something, okay? So for example, a Shemi is my name. Shema is, I believe it's her name. All right, so let's take a look at some of this down here. Let's see. Okay, so this is shame, which is name, means name. So I've got Shemi, my name, Shimka, your name, Shemo, his name, Shemech, her name, and wait a minute here, let's see, Shemech, almost certain that's her name. And what's this one here? Shema. Yeah. Okay, well, let me get rid of my blue here. See if I can. Shimka, that's your name. Okay, so this has got to be your name, feminine singular. So Shemo, his name, and Shema, her name. So this is the her. This is the his. And your, Shimcha, your name, singular, and it's masculine. Okay. And then this over here, Shemek, is your name, and it's feminine, and it's singular. Okay. So that's one of the tough parts about Hebrew is basically you've got all these suffixes that mean different things. Okay. Let's see what we're doing here. Clear that. But let's see what we got here. Actually, let's first go to this. All the charts in this book are organized as follows. You got the singular, okay, first person, second person, third person, plural, you, they. Okay. Chart should be recited by starting with the singular and proceeding from the top to bottom, right to left. Okay, so right to left will be this way. Okay, and afterwards the same order is repeated with the plural. All right, so let's take a look at this we got here. So we have Shemi Yael. So my name is Yael. Okay, so remember this is first person, my name, and it doesn't matter whether it's a masculine or feminine person. In other words, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or a boy or girl. In the first person, it stays Shemi. Okay. Let's see here. Shlecha Adoni. Excuse me, Mister. I think this is excuse me, Mister. Ma Shemka. What is your name? Yeah. Okay, so excuse me, Mister, what is your name? Okay, so remember Adon is Mister here. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. And then let's see here. What do we got? Ma. Okay, so this has got to be Ma Shemech. What is your name? And then the answer is Rachel. In other words, questioning further, Rachel, what is your name? Shemek. So it's got to be this one right here that they're using, Shemek. Okay, Shemo Aril, looks like Gil. So that's got to be a proper name there. His name is Harel Gil. And Professor Gil, Haroel. You know what? I think that's teacher, because that looks like Rohe to me, Roha to me. Let me see here. We can call that up. Let's see here. No, it's Harold Gil. Okay, so it's like a proper name. Professor Gil. Okay. Let's see. Shema Annette. Okay, so that's got to be this one right here. Her name is Annette or Einet or Einet. Okay, so Shema, in this case, her name, it's got to be like this one here that they're using right here. Annette or Einet. Okay, let's just look at the answers real quick here and see if we got those correctly. Well, let's see here. I don't think that's what we're looking for. No, it's not on there either. So these are not exercises, so we're not going to get the answers to these. This is just instruction. part here. Okay, so let's look at here. We got the word shalom. And remember, when it's paired with something, it loses the ah sound at the beginning and changes to just shalom. Okay, so for example, shalomi would be like my peace. Shalom ka would be like your peace, masculine singular. Shalom mech would be like your peace, feminine singular. Shaloma would be his peace, and shloma would be her peace. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Aleph here says ma shlom ka. Okay, so how are you, or what is your peace? And then bet, here's the Aleph, and then bet is shlomi tov me'od. Okay, so basically it's saying my peace is very good. So I'm doing very well, essentially. Number Aleph here, we've got ma shlomech Tamar. How is your peace, Tamar? And so in this case, it's using this one here, shlomech. In other words, how are you, Tamar? And Tamar, the answer would be tov. She just says tov. Okay, Aleph, ma shalom, Dan. How is your peace, Dan? And ma shalom, Ima. And so how is your mother? Basically, it says, what is the peace of your mother? In other words, how is your mother? And bet we have, the answer is, first, Dan is talking about himself. Shlomo tov, I'm good. And then v'shaloma metsuyan, okay, and her peace, in other words, and my mother, another reference to my mother, and her peace is great. She's excellent. Okay, so remember that one up here, metsuyan. All right, let's see here. We'll move on down to some exercises. Let's see what else we've got with all this here. We got a little longer section here. I'm thinking I don't like to make these too long because people, it's language after all, and people get very tired very quickly in their mind when they're really trying to focus on completely different letter system, different than English in every way conceivable, you know. Right down to even the direction of reading, whereas English is left to right, Hebrew is right to left. So I think what I'm going to do is leave it here, and we'll do these exercises the next time, and you'll have this video to refer to. Let me play the vocabulary one more time.
מילים חדשות. גברת. בוקר טוב.
Boker tov, good morning.
הכל בסדר.
Hakol beseder.
אדון.
Adon for Mr.
אבא.
Abba for dad.
אמא.
Ima for mom.
מצוין.
Metsuyan, excellent. And for everything is all right, it's Hakol beseder. And then we've got Boker tov, good morning, and Geveret for Mrs. Okay, so this is basic stuff that, you know, when you start to learn modern Hebrew, this is the kind of stuff that you're going to want to start with. Okay, so we'll stop there. All right, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep trying to make them. If any are interested in coming into these, in other words, setting up a class, we could do that too. It's kind of, it's a little nicer to study together. If you have an interest in Hebrew, you know, and you want to set up perhaps a study session, then just send me a note to, let's see if I can get it here, shul@hmisrael.com. Okay, shul@hmisrael.com. and send me an email, and we can schedule a time. If you know the letters, you really need to have the letters memorized. That's critical when we get into this kind of material. That way you're not really struggling with just the letters, let alone the combinational letters, let alone the vowel sounds that are supposed to be with that combination of consonants, let alone the context, the surrounding context, to understand the sentence. Okay, all right, guys. I enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys did too. And give me a like if you like it. And, I'll try to get another one up in due time. All right, lahitraot. Shalom, shalom.